No. Yabana MTN, he represented Tando. They can communicate. Now that they've got connectivity, they've got computers, they will be able to also connect and communicate with other people. To see, they need their eyes to communicate. So when you design a computer lab for deaf people, first thing that enables you to keep your eyes open for longer periods without drying up your eyes, but also you design the length of the stations of the lab must be shorter so that the learners are able to see each other. Unlike when you design a lab for children with autism, the children need not to see each other. Each child will have their own and the length will be higher, but with deaf learners, they need what makes it unique. But also you need a video camera. As we said that sign language is now a subject. It's also written in metric in this country. So the only way you write an exam, it is through a video camera where you are assessed. And the lab will enable the teachers to do that. They will be able to assess the learners because the lab comes with a video camera. But the children will also be able to learn sign language because we all know that our teachers are not very good. Sign language is not their first language. So the computer lab is installed with sign language so that the children can learn sign language, but also parents of children can come and learn sign language so they can communicate with their children. So my department is social development. Disabled people are not an afterthought. Computing is not our core function. We do that as a challenges that basic education has. So the question you are asking would be better answered by basic education. But in the Department of Social Development, we're the custodians of the rights of disabled people. But we also understand that we don't have ready-made technical experts on disability computing, to the extent that I have to be the expert and the deputy minister at the same time. So you can't roll out. Part of why we stopped DBE to rolling out tablets, they were giving a blind child a tablet in a school for the blind, for what to do what with. So we could not allow that in the spirit of doing good, the rights to education and to quality education of disabled children are undermined. And that is why we needed to make sure that we set examples. And this is not the only lab. With MTN, this is lab number 25. We have 40 more to roll out of the similar lab that are specifically designed for the specific disability. So we can only do that with the support of MTN because, as I said, it's through their CSI programs, funding, which is the foundation, and we then guide them where they can put the money and what programs to support. And they can only do so many labs in a year based on the profits of the company. So when it comes to why now, well, it's a journey. We've been at it for 5 years. It costs R1 million per lab. So we need to make sure that we're able to take the schools. But we don't just give a computer lab. We also choose the schools. The school must comply with a particular criteria. It has to be functional. It must have a SGB that's functional. So before they get a computer lab, they go through an assessment. And it is only the schools that meet the criteria that will get a computer lab, because then we are guaranteed that MTN's investment will be properly used.
Thank you.
1, 3, 4. So everybody should be able to follow all the proceedings of the day. I'm going to call Banaba.
Sizwile bahluphekile noma bangahluphekanga bazothola icathulo ezintsha zesikolo. Esikolweni
So bonke bantwana bazothola ama-school bag. Ngoba iplastic yona enye into umntwana odef udinga i-school bag ngiyitshela abantu kundlula abanye ngoba udinga izandla zakhe ukukhuluma.
She decided to refer. She had to be very close to the master.
Hayi bazokhahlela ubhola. Okay. Okay, so really guys, it was a private conversation.
Can we do again? The way I'm
Be ke batla o file o ratile o mo compare le ngwana Marie. Wait, hore ke ngwana o fetseng hantle.
Ngwana Marie lo. Ai ya mbona ngasikuthi ba mama.